Welcome back to the show. So I want to talk a little bit about Mitch McConnell and maybe the strategy moving forward when it comes to this infrastructure bill. And I talked a little bit about this in a live stream earlier today, but I saw that Mitch McConnell spoke today regarding this infrastructure bill, so I want to go over that. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you this article here. This is NBC, and it says, Biden's assurances on infrastructure deal not enough to satisfy McConnell. Now, what I find interesting about this whole discussion, Mitch McConnell coming in now, Mitch McConnell was nowhere. Okay, he was nowhere when it came to this infrastructure bill, this bipartisan group. He wasn't leading the group. He wasn't there trying to negotiate with the president to try to come to some type of a deal. Yes, he met with the president on one occasion, but it looked like nothing came of that. And so it's interesting now to see Mitch McConnell coming out and saying he doesn't know if he's going to support this or not. If he really wanted to take a role as the minority leader, he could have taken a leadership role and been talking with the president about this whole infrastructure bill. So I don't think he's being genuine when he's talking about this. He's still leaving it open. He's leaving it up in the air as far as if he's going to vote for this infrastructure bill or not. But I can pretty much guarantee that he is not going to vote for this infrastructure bill, no matter what happens. But I thought it was interesting because down at the bottom here, and this is a quote from Mitch McConnell, and he says here, I appreciate the president saying that he's willing to deal with infrastructure separately, but he doesn't control the Congress, and the speaker and the majority leader of the Senate will determine the order. Now, this is very, very interesting, and this is what I talked about earlier today in the live stream. The president, it was a misstep. The fact that the president came out, and if you guys didn't know, the president came out right after he said that they reached a deal. Then he came out later and said that he is not going to pass his first infrastructure bill without the second infrastructure bill. Then he walked that back a day later and said that no, he will pass this infrastructure bill. As these bills come to his desk, he'll go ahead and sign them off. And so the president didn't have to say anything when it came down to it. He could have just not addressed it at all. Just pretty much said that they came up with the deal because it's going to be up to Congress. Congress needs to draft the bill. Congress needs to approve the bills. And you have Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, and Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. They're in charge of determining when these bills go through Congress. So they can delay it if they want. So the president didn't have to say anything. And Nancy Pelosi's already indicated that she plans to delay. And so what could happen is you could see something happen in the Senate. You can see them vote on this first infrastructure bill in the Senate, approve it in the Senate, send it over to the House, and she can hold on to it. She can table it. She does not have to move it forward right away. So this first infrastructure bill, she can hold on to it while they go through and work out the details of the second infrastructure bill, this human infrastructure. And so that's what Mitch McConnell is saying here. And he's right. Yes, she has the power, and Chuck Schumer have the power to bring bills to the floor, and they can just hold off on bringing the bill to the floor until they have both bills together. So the president could have said, the bills came to my desk at the same time, so I signed off on them at the same time. So we're going to have to follow this, but as of right now, you have Mitch McConnell trying to chime in, and I think what he's doing is he's trying to get these bipartisan Republicans in the Senate, he's trying to get them on his side, and he's basically saying, look what they're trying to do to you. You guys are being fooled and all this, in the hopes that the Senate doesn't get the 10 votes that they need from the Republicans in order to move forward with the first infrastructure bill, because he's pretty much sabotaging the whole thing. I don't see Mitch McConnell in good faith saying, yes, I'm going to vote for this infrastructure bill. And if he was at that point, then he would be promoting the infrastructure bill. But he's not promoting the actual infrastructure bill. He's talking about, well, look, they're trying to pass something else alongside it, which in reality, they already knew. This American Families Plan has been out. So they knew that this was going to come next. They knew that we had two separate bills. We're going to have the first infrastructure bill, and then we're going to have the second infrastructure bill. They all knew that. This is no surprise. But the fact that the president came out and said, we're going to do them in tandem, I'm not going to sign one if I don't get the other, that's a little different. However, we knew that these two bills were going to be introduced. So this is no surprise And pretty much politicians, if Mitch McConnell, if this was Mitch McConnell's bill, if we had two bills from Mitch McConnell, he would do the exact same thing. So we're going to have to follow this. I just wanted to do a quick little video just to kind of keep you guys up to date when it comes to this infrastructure bill, because I think it's very, very important. Like I said, you get past this first infrastructure bill, the roads, bridges, and broadband, and then you move to the second infrastructure bill, the human infrastructure. That's where you're going to see some help, hopefully for Social Security. That's where you're going to see some help for the child tax credit, maybe extending that. That's where you're going to potentially see more stimulus. You could see a stimulus check, although that's not on the table right now. It still could happen. We're just going to have to wait on Congress to see what they propose, because they're going to start coming out with their different proposals. And so we'll just have to follow that. And this will probably be the last bill that will be signed by the president, last major bill that will be signed by the president. So if you guys have any questions, let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.